Mm. So the practice that I would like to offer for our friends during this time is to come back to ourselves and learn to cultivate the space within us. And how do we do that? Exactly. How do we do that in order to cultivate the space within us? Sister Samgim just offer a meditation to embrace the energy within us. Within us, there are block of sadness. There are block of anger, frustration. There are block of jealousy. There are block of irritation, of fear, of uncertainty during this time. And that crowded our home, take away our space. These energy of sadness, of anger, and so on, take away our space. So we need to come back to embrace this energy and learn to transform this energy within us so that space can come. And how do we do that? We learn to go back to ourselves, feel our body. First, we feel our in breath and out breath. Then we feel our body. And then we sink the energy down to our low abdomen, the center of our gravity. And then we can put our hand around us to embrace us. That is just to be so simple. We don't have to do anything much. Just put a hand around us and embrace us and come back to ourselves. And the more we can stay with our body, the more we can stay with our feeling. Coming back to our feeling, embrace it with all of our love and our care. Then something miraculous happen. Very interesting. The practice of coming back to ourselves and embrace the block of energy that take away our space is the practice of mindfulness. We learn to come back to embrace this block of energy with energy of mindfulness, to send the energy of love to it. And this energy of mindfulness slowly melt away, transform, unblock or or detoxification this block of energy within us, because this block of energy is the accumulation over time for the past few months with our worry and anxiety about the future, about our job, about our health. And we are used to this idea that we can only have happiness somewhere else. We cannot have happiness in our backyard, in our kitchen, in our office, in our living room. We must have to have happiness somewhere else. Those ideas that take away our space, and we need to learn to transform those preconceived ideas and learn to go back and to be in touch what are there right now, right here, and learn to cultivate this joy and this happiness within you. The joy, the energy of joy, the energy of happiness is the energy that provides us, that help us to have the space in our heart. In the Buddhist tradition, the four elements that help our mind to become unlimited, immense, vast. The four energy is called the energy of true love, and it's called loving kindness, compassion, sharing joy with the other, and the energy of inclusiveness. These are the four mental state that help our mind to become unlimited, immense, mm, uh, unlimited mind. So when we practice loving kindness, we learn to look at our friends with the energy of loving kindness. Then we offer the space to our friends and we offer the space into our heart. And the more loving kindness we have, then we have a lot of space in our heart. And that loving kindness begin with the energy of joy and happiness within us. How can we offer loving kindness when we don't have happiness and joy within us? Loving kindness come because we are happy, because we are joyful. So we can offer that loving kindness to other people. And the same thing with the energy of compassion. How can we help people to remove their suffering when we don't have enough stability, we don't have enough understanding in our heart? How can we help to remove um, the people suffering? We should have some elements of understanding. We should have some understanding elements of connection to the other person, and that can begin with little exercise. We learn to connect to what is available right now, right here in the present moment. Once we have some joy and some happiness, some understanding and compassion, we have a lot of space. So the meditation that Sister Samgim offered tonight, we learn to go back to embrace ourselves. It seemed to be a very simple exercise, but no, you can practice this exercise during your sitting meditation, during your lying meditation, even during your standing meditation. Mm, Standing meditation. Perhaps Pino will like this very much. Standing meditation. We just stand and we just come back to our center of gravity, our lower dandian, and we learn to allow the energy to sink down to our lower dandian. And then very slowly and slowly, the energy begin to sink down. And our center of gravity is where the energy begin to distribute into our whole body. So when we practice standing meditation, we learn to sink the energy from upper part of our body, from our brain, all the way down to our lower abdomen. And when we sink the energy there down there, and we are standing there, we don't think of anything, just gently focus our attention on our center of gravity, and we just stand there, relax our body, slowly shuck and tuck in our abdomen and sucking our hip bone so that the our back can be straight up, and then there is a acupuncture point in the back of our in our lower back. It's called gate of life. We stand in that way and we allow the gate of life to open up, mm, and then the energy to sink. And the more we sink the energy down, the more we become stable, we become solid, and there's a unification in our body and our mind. And this is a process that go very deep, and there's no end to it. We continue to sink the energy down. We continue to cultivate. In the Chinese language, it's called the qi in our lower abdomen. And the more qi that we have in our lower abdomen, the more we feel stable, we feel strong and positive. Mhm. So this practice of embracing ourselves, learn to embrace ourselves, learn to come back and allow our space to embrace this block of worry, this block of anxiety, this block of fear, and worry about uncertain future, about our job. Allow them to be melt in this space. This is the practice that I would like to offer to you uh, today. Learn to cultivate the space, and this you can do it in few practice. Cultivate a little bit of joy and happiness by coming back to the present moment. Learn to cultivate the energy of loving kindness, compassion, sharing joy with each other. Mm. Learn to cultivate the practice of inclusiveness. And then you can also cultivate this energy space by learning to sink the energy down to your lower abdomen and to connect deeply to the the original source of energy. Mhm. So we will end the little talk here for the question and answer. Sister, someone will invite the bell so that we can end our talk here. Little talk. The guided meditation is very important. So we spend a little bit more time on the guided meditation today.